Keep it going for Jacob.
I did. Yes, I did.
So how's everybody doing tonight?
All right.
All right, wait a minute. See, the way I usually do this is I come out and I ask how everybody's doing. I need everybody in the room to say great. And then you can go back to talking right through my set, okay? All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a guy that looks a little bit like Steven Seagal. Mostly in this area. But if you've seen Seagal lately, also in this area. Please welcome the comic stylings of Floyd Haas. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You folks like impressions?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't do any. No, I've been trying one, and let me try it and see if you folks can figure it out. Maybe you can figure out why I don't do any, okay? It goes, David, why'd I just tell my mother to go to Atlanta? And then people say, oh, that's Harvey Firestein from Independence Day, right? Smiley Cyrus. Maybe you folks would have gotten it if I was doing it like this. I recently, my wife was having trouble with her car trouble, and it was cutting out for no reason whatsoever. And you folks know when something like that happens and you take it to the mechanic and it never fails for the mechanic, right? So we took it to him, he said it was fixed, but it kept happening. I was driving it, I was on my way back home, and it cut out right as I was turning left into our neighborhood. And so I thought, well, wouldn't it be funny if I went home and told my wife, as I'm turning left, there's a car that had gone through the wall right there. Nobody was there yet. No police, no fire department, no ambulances, nothing, right? And it's stuck in the wall, but I can see everybody's okay. So I go home and I tell my wife, you know, we got to take my car when we go to dinner because yours cut out again. And I cut off this green van. And she goes, okay. So we're leaving in my car, and as we go to the corner, she goes, oh my God, there's a green van stuck through the wall. You cut off a green van. Did you do that? I said, no, I didn't. That's not the same green van. She goes, it's a green van. How many green vans are there? I said, no, that's not the same van. And she goes, you got to go back and stop. They're going to be looking for your car because you caused this accident. I said, they won't be looking for my car. I was in your car when I cut them off. Then after a while I told her, no, you know what, I saw the van, I made up the story, I was just playing a joke on you, it's no big deal, and she wouldn't believe me then. So then it took forever for her to believe that I actually made that whole thing up. And I told her I was going to tell this story when I got here tonight, and that's the reason I won't be getting any tonight when I get back home. And it's also the reason that the next time that I go to the hospital, I have to check that little box that says I don't feel safe at home. A couple of new things that I've seen on television. They've got a new reality show coming out, and it's about a funeral home. And I hope that we see all of the reality stars making guest appearances on that show. I absolutely hate reality shows. For example, with the reality shows, have you folks seen this? They've got this one called Freak Show. Have you seen that? That they follow a bunch of circus freaks around? The last one that I saw had a rubber-faced man, a half man, half woman, and a sword swallower, so it's just like the Kardashians. I don't know if you folks caught this, but of course Bruce Jenner just rear-ended a woman the other day. Probably for the last time. And Warren Sapp, of course, everybody knows that Warren Sapp got busted for soliciting a prostitute, right? Immediately, the NBA canceled all of his contracts because what the NFL wanted to cancel all of his contracts because they want to uphold the integrity of the NFL. I'm sorry, I almost got through that. Like as if the NFL has integrity. I feel a little bloated right now. I've been trying to lose weight. One of my New Year's resolutions. I'm starting to get like the moobs, you know, the man boobs. I mean, they're not the biggest ones I've ever seen because the largest boobs I've ever seen on a man are on Wendy Williams. I know some people go, oh my gosh, and it's like, are you kidding me? Not only are they big, but they're wall-eyed. Like one of them's pointing out here to first base, one's pointing out to third base, and nobody knows what Wendy really has behind home plate. So Charles Manson's not going to get married. That's sad news to everybody. Well, it's sad news to everybody that thought that we were going to hear the pitter-patter of little feet running helter-skelter. Gwyneth Paltrow recently said that she steam cleans her vagina. You folks hear about that? Which, you know, that's great, because at 42, she's only a few years away from that being dry clean only. And unlike Jacob, I'm not, the Grammys, I got to talk about the Grammys. Everybody see the Grammys? Yeah. Okay. With the Grammys, hey, you know what? I don't know why Beck keeps getting awards either, but if it pisses off Kanye West, that's all fine by me, then it was worth it. And I get frustrated at some of the television shows that I see, and one of the reasons is because I'm spoiled, right? I grew up watching some of the great TV shows. When I was a kid, we got to watch the Brady Bunch. Everybody remember the Brady Bunch?
Yeah.
My favorite was Marcia, and Marie McCormick, who played Marcia, wrote a tell-all book, and she said in it that things weren't so Brady-like for her after the show was over. In fact, she was actually trading sex for drugs in the early 80s. I know, this made me feel really sad too. I had drugs in the early 80s. I'm a grandfather, and my son has a little girl with his ex. And recently I was picking her up. You know, they have to do the exchange. And they're so hard on her because I'll take her to the McDonald's when it's too hot or raining too much to go to the park. And her cousin was there when I picked her up. I get her in her car seat and everything, and he said, "Your papa can't take you to McDonald's because that's bad and that makes you bad." And I just reached back and told her something really quick, and she turns to him right away and she said, "My papa says that you need to shut the fuck up." And I wasn't exactly sure that that's what she said, but then when we started driving away, I look at her and she's out the window going to her little cousin. Like my buddy Jacob over here, my son just got a job recently working for the Castle Boutique. Is everybody familiar with the Castle Boutique?
Yeah.
By the way, you know, Jacob mentioned that they don't have arcades there, and like Jacob mentioned, arcades are for people that want to watch short porno clips so that they can jerk off to them, and that's for people that don't have access to my cell phone. But my son started working for the Castle Boutique. And if you don't know about this, the Castle Boutique has the second largest collection of dildos under one roof. The largest collection of dildos under one roof is Congress.
Yeah.
And I've been married for quite some time now. I've actually been married for 32 years. Thank you. And it's not been easy for either one of us, right? I mean, and things have changed, especially in the intimacy department. For example, the other night we were laying in bed next to each other, and I asked her, "So you want to fool around?" She texted me back and said, "Sure." Who is this? Folks, you've been a lot of fun. Let's get Jacob back up here. Thank you very much.